Hello, everybody. My name is Boss Saucer. Good morning, good evening, doesn't matter when you see this, because today we're gonna talk about lightning and why we have different types of lightning and why does that matter. Of course, I will need to go with the basics because not everyone knows what I know, because if that would happen, life would be much easier. But of course, I will be willing to explain and teach how lightning works. So let's just go by definitions. Lightning slash electricity is the movement of charged particles. That will be it. That's the definition of lightning. But what energy charges those particles? Because in Elden Ring we have different types of energies, and we're going for them right now. Well, at least I have my energies, the ones I have cataloged. I'm not sure if they're real, but we have crucible energy, like vitality, that would be red, and we have the cosmos, that should be dark blue or dark, but it's live energy outside the planet. Then we have residual life that could be spirit energy almost. I'm still debating on that one, but I do know those three are energies. And before going further, now that we explained lightning, now we're entering into the color theory. But obviously, I was not the first guy who got this idea. We have Hawkshaw for this theory, and he made a good video 3 years ago. But I think we can add a bit more now that we know more than 3 years ago. We have a whole DLC, we have a secondary game, and I can punch in my own versions. I'm just gonna touch the primary colors. You should know them by now, but let's just go by. We have red, we have yellow, we have blue. Following that logic, we would have secondary colors having orange lightning, purple lightning, and green lightning. And of course, we have all those colors because this theory makes sense, right? Yeah, what happened? Okay, what? What do you mean we don't have green? Okay, don't worry. I think we can still fix this. We just need to check again how the colors work, and maybe we can find it. Maybe we can make sense of this, so don't worry. We just need to go by again the secondary colors. We did the primary ones already. I'm not gonna do them again because that would be repeating myself. But I think the secondary ones are the most debatable. So let's just begin again with the orange color. Orange lightning comes from fusing red lightning with orange fire. So that's basically self-explanatory. The second color on the list is purple lightning. But I have already explained that color, so I'm gonna give you a chance to check my previous video on magnetic dragons. Not gonna say much, but just watch it. So let's just leap over purple and just go for the green. And why green is not electric? The first thing that's green that comes to my mind is green amber. Well, no, it's Viridian amber. But really, Viridian is not really that green if you really look into the color. Then we have green glintstone, but this glintstone is not really green either way because I do see it as a teal color, but maybe that's me and maybe I'm colorblind. I'm not sure. I never went to see the eye doctor. Never in my life, so I'm not sure. Then we have our final green object that I believe it's really green, and it's the turtle talisman. This talisman enhances stamina regeneration, and stamina is a stat in this game, and it's leveled up with endurance. And endurance is used as green, so maybe this is our green energy. Well, I would be lying if we don't have a few more things green in this game. We have the Godskin Stature that in its description is called a Celadon weapon. And Celadon, interesting enough, I needed to Google it because I'm not cool with my colors. I use no 7 and white and black. So I'm still new at this new world of colors. But Celadon, it's not really that green. Then the last additional green that I have for showing here is the Verdigris Discus and the color Verdigris. But just for the thematic of this topic, I must tell that Verdigris is not that green either. It's really, I'm not even sure, like, for me all these greens are almost teals or blues, but by definition, by rule of God, all these colors are greens. I guess we don't have any more green to explain, nor more lightning, so I guess this is the end, right?
Huepa papi, que
Wait,
la que se te
what?
olvidó el rayo blanco, papi, que no se te olvide el
Production,
rayo blanco.
please
Explica bien
get this
eso.
guy out of
Rayo
my studio,
blanco,
please. Please,
rayo blanco,
shoot,
papi,
shoot,
que no se te
shoot.
olvide. Nos
Get the fuck
vemos,
out of,
bye.
vete. Get out. Sorry, people. That was unexpected. I closed the door right now, so no Dominicans should enter the room. But I think he said something interesting, and it's white lightning, because it does exist in a little place called a single weapon with no importance, but I think I can explain it, so bear with me for the last lightning. And this white lightning can be found on the meteoric or greatsword. We need to center ourselves to the ash of war of this sword because we can go and discuss in depth about how this is a meteorite or how this is a head of a arrow of a old god, but that's not important here. What's important is the white lightning it gives off when you attack with that ash of war. And there's no much to go by, just it scales up with arcane, but arcane, I have a great friend that he can explain what's arcane, but not gonna touch arcane today. So let's just go for the second white lightning that I know of, and that's in Night Rain. And the character Recluse has a cocktail with combining elements you can throw that lightning. But it's no surprise that this lightning is a composed lightning of these multiple elements because white in the color theory is the culmination and the combination of all of these colors, at least for the light colors, because in pigments it's actually black. But I guess lightning and light, because they follow those rules. But yeah, that's all the lightnings and all the colors, and we never failed into finding a color lightning, of course. Well, I think I explained everything I wanted to explain and left you guys with more questions than answers, but that's what I wanted. and maybe we can discuss in the comments on how green lightning works or if it doesn't exist. I mean, you can say anything. You can say this video is trash, and I wouldn't mind. Just a little. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great night, a great morning, and I hope you guys don't stop me into making more videos because I really enjoy it. So goodbye.